to do the setup, right? Because this is the VirtualBox Ubuntu setup. Okay. Because we want to do practice all the Hadoop component and Spark and Cassandra Mongo. First, we make a list of what tools we are going to learn, right? In the all the entire course, right? What other tools are there? So first we start with the okay. First we need a Linux, right? Because Linux is right. We have all the commands and shell scripting, right? Scheduling our jobs, right? In the different tools, right? So we will be using a Linux environment, and for Linux environment, we have to use VirtualBox in Windows and plus Ubuntu. So Ubuntu 22.04 or 20.03, whatever is, okay, 04 or 23.04 we can use, okay. So we need to make a first Linux environment, and if we are using already some Linux environment, so we can directly use there, but mostly like people have the Windows laptop, so they can use first VirtualBox in Windows, and on top of that, we need to install the Ubuntu 22 or 23.04. So that's the first thing, right? We have to create an environment, okay? And the RAM, I should tell you, that's a big question, right? Most of the people have the 16 GB RAM, okay? So if more than 16 GB RAM, that is really good, and 16 is also good, okay? And if we have 16 GB RAM, so at least 10 GB RAM I recommend to for one, okay? So 10 GB RAM to Ubuntu, okay? And this RAM will be used when you are using Ubuntu, okay? Otherwise, if you are not using Ubuntu, that time your 16 GB RAM will be on Windows, for the Windows, okay? But if you have 16 GB RAM, so you have to allocate, if you allocate 10 GB, so it will be good for the faster processing. And if you are using a Hadoop environment, right, Hadoop Spark environment, so then you have to allocate 10 GB. If you have 32, so 32 GB RAM you have, so you can allocate 28 GB, okay? So you can increase, decrease, it depends on you, okay? So RAM to Ubuntu, but I'm saying like if you have this much of RAM, so you can at least give this much RAM, so you will get the better performance result, okay? So first thing is we have to install the VirtualBox, and this is the Oracle VirtualBox, and this is a hypervisor. This is a hypervisor for Windows to install Ubuntu, and you can use the Linux environment in your Windows machine, okay? So once your Ubuntu is installed, then after we have to install one by one each and every tool of the Hadoop, Spark, and NoSQL databases. Okay. So what we have to practice on premises, right? So there are the two types of environment. One is the on-prem and cloud. Okay. So cloud environment, these are the different clouds, right? Azure cloud is there, GCP cloud is there, AWS cloud is there. Okay. So when we talk about the cloud, see, Mac system, you need to find the VirtualBox for the Mac. Okay, if it is a chip one, right? So you have to find the proper the VirtualBox, because I heard it like there is a problem in the chip one in Mac for VirtualBox. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't find the VirtualBox, there is um, like another one VMware we can use. Okay. So VMware workstation you can use for Ubuntu installation. So that's other alternatives there for the Mac. But everything I want to do in the Ubuntu. So directly we can do all the installation in Mac, but better to use Ubuntu because everybody is doing practice in Ubuntu. Okay, and Ubuntu is like you will learn and see all the environment setup in Ubuntu, so it will be same. Okay. Okay, so when we are talking about the environment, so on-prem environment and cloud environment. So when I'm talking about the cloud environment, so we don't need to do any practice in the on-prem. We have to go directly on the cloud machine, and we will be installing our OS there in the cloud machine. So it could be Azure is there, so Azure VM is there. In Azure we have VM. Okay. In AWS we have EC2 machine. Okay. And in the GCP, we have the VM. Okay. So those virtual machines we install, Okay, and there is already Hadoop Spark environment is there. If we talk about in AWS, we have EMR cluster. So we will do practice on the EMR on the Hadoop Spark, and GCP we have Dataproc. So already Dataproc is the Hadoop Spark environment cluster, and Azure we have Azure SD Insight. Okay, so SD Insight is there. Okay, so these are the already ready-made the Hadoop Spark cloud environment. Okay, but these are the all paid. Okay, so EMR is paid, Dataproc is paid, and SD Insight is paid. But that is a minimal charge, right? So you can practice and but we should know both, right? On-prem as well as cloud. But now first we are talking about the on-prem. Okay, so when we are starting with the on-prem, so we have different categories, right? So first category is like we are starting with the Hadoop component. Okay, so Hadoop component, if I talk about the first one, we will install Hadoop itself. Okay, when I install Hadoop, so Hadoop will give us SDFS and MapReduce. Okay, so SDFS is a storage component and MapReduce is a processing component. Okay, so nowadays nobody using the MapReduce because MapReduce is the Java based programming model, right? We are using the framework, but still we need a knowledge of the MapReduce because in other tools when you are using Scoop, Hive, HBase, so all are using the MapReduce in the background. Okay, so you are not writing a MapReduce code for the Scoop, Hive, HBase, but you have to understand what is the MapReduce terminology, what is a map, what is a reduce function, what is the map function, how the map and reduce works, and what is the shuffle and sort. Okay, so this is fundamental concept comes in the MapReduce. So I will do some programs right in the MapReduce when we install Hadoop. Then we will do the Hadoop command in SDFS, and MapReduce program we will do in the MapReduce when we will run. Okay, so next component is we have Hive. So Hive is a SQL data warehouse tool in Hadoop. Okay, so SQL data warehouse tool, you can compare Hive with the other SQL data warehouse tool like Snowflake is there. That is a cloud SQL data warehouse tool. Okay, Snowflake, and Redshift is there in AWS. Okay, that is the SQL data warehouse tool. So Hive is on-prem SQL data warehouse tool. So on the data warehouse modeling side, the star schema, Snowflake schema, fact table, dimension table, slowly changing dimensions. So those things we need to learn in the data warehousing concept. So when we talk about the data warehousing concept, we have to understand database SQL, right? So Hive is completely SQL based data warehousing model, and we will be learning like table, DDL, DML, DCL command, all different data manipulation command, okay, data definition, data manipulation command. And apart from that, Hive is having a lot of other things also there, like partitioning there, bucketing is there, Sardis is there, UDF is there. And apart from that, when we are integrating Hive with other ecosystem component, right? Hive with Scoop integration is there, Hive with HBase integration is there, Hive with Spark integration is there. So those integrations we need to learn. So first is we are installing the tools component one by one. And after that, each component we have to learn individually. And after that, we have to learn as an integration, right? So one or more than one component together, we will learn, right? Like how these two components will integrate with each other, right? If I talk about Hive with Scoop, so Scoop is an ingestion tool. Hive is SQL data warehouse tool. It is giving an interface as a SQL query, right? So when I'm using a Scoop, the Scoop purpose is the ingestion of the data from any RDMS database. Ingestion of the data from any RDMS database. Okay, so I can choose any RDMS database, so MySQL, Oracle. So here I will be using MySQL, so it is easy to install. Okay, there is no license version problem, right? So MySQL is good for the practice. So this MySQL also will be the part of our list, right? When we are going to use a Scoop. So first we need to install MySQL. Okay, so MySQL is the part of the installation. Okay, so when we are going to install Hive, so Hive we will install, MySQL we install, Scoop we need to install, HBase we have to install, Flume we have to install. Okay. And what else is there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Flume, Scoop are the two ingestion tool. HBase is a NoSQL database. This is the NoSQL database that is same as Cassandra and Mongo. Okay, but Cassandra is wide column family database, and Mongo is document oriented database. So they are the different categories of the NoSQL database. So we usually use the CAP column. Okay, consistency, availability, and partition tolerance. So these are all basic fundamental concepts, right? When we are learning HBase, we need to understand the NoSQL databases. And SQL databases, like we already learning like a Hive, right? So we need to know the MySQL or any SQL databases, SQL programming concept, right? Okay. And when we are installing the components, so first we have to install Hadoop, Hive, Scoop, HBase, Flume, and Spark. So second category comes in the on-prem is Spark. So Spark is widely used with the different integrations, right? So Spark has different integrations also there. First is we will be using Spark Core, Spark SQL, and Spark Streaming. Okay. So these are the three modules in the Spark. Okay, Spark Core. So these are the individual module of the Spark itself. Okay. But when we are going to beyond the Spark individual module, we will be going to do integrations. And what are those integrations are there? Like Spark with MySQL integration. Okay. Spark with HBase integration. Spark with Elasticsearch integration. Elasticsearch integrations. Spark with Hive integration. Spark with Mongo. Spark with Cassandra. Okay, and so these are the main integrations from Spark with Snowflake. Spark with Snowflake, and Spark with other cloud environment also, like how to read the data from the AWS, Azure, GCP file system data. Okay, so how to read the different file systems data. So AWS having the S3, and Azure is having the blob storage, and GCP has the Google Cloud Storage, GCS bucket. So those are the file system side in the cloud. How can we read the data in the Spark? Okay, so these are the different integrations are there. So how many installations will be there? So MySQL we already covered in the on-prem here in the Hadoop component. So another one is Elasticsearch we have to do. So what installation we have to do? Elasticsearch, Mongo, Cassandra, and Snowflake is a cloud-based SQL data warehouse tool. Okay, and Mongo, Cassandra, Elasticsearch, and Hive we have already installed it. Okay, Hive we have already installed. So these are the Spark integration with the Hadoop. Apart from that, what other we have to do? Airflow. We have to install NiFi. These are the other tools we have to install. So then after we'll come to the cloud. Okay, and before going to the cloud, right? So we have to do the DevOps tools also. So we will install Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins and Git installation. Git, Jenkins, and Docker Kubernetes. So Docker and Kubernetes and Helm chart, that is a part of Kubernetes. Okay, so Kubernetes Helm chart. Okay, so these are the DevOps side installation. Okay, so first we are starting with the Hadoop. So VirtualBox setup we have to do. So we should have VirtualBox. So VirtualBox you can download from the VirtualBox Oracle site. Okay, VirtualBox download. Search it. Here you will find. So VirtualBox 7 you download. Okay, so this is a Windows host. Download VirtualBox, and we need to download the Ubuntu. So Ubuntu, you go to the Ubuntu desktop download. Here you go to the download Ubuntu desktop. 23 or 22. So this is the ISO file, Ubuntu ISO file, and this file you download and keep it in some other drive location you can. Okay. So once VirtualBox you install, right? So you will see, right, once my VirtualBox Ubuntu is running, so you have to install the VirtualBox. So I cannot install it again, but I'll show that you can install as a wizard. Okay. So when you go to so this VirtualBox is completed. So when I go to the VirtualBox, so when you install the VirtualBox, it's completely wizard and it's nothing is a problem, right? When you start like this, you can install step by step. So once it is completed, I'm not going to do all the steps. Okay. So once you are completed with this VirtualBox, once you are completed with this VirtualBox, okay, so you will see the interface. So everybody is getting the point. Everybody is getting so far.
Yeah, yes, bro.
Okay. So once your VirtualBox, see, I'm not showing if anybody has installed VirtualBox, I can do the setup on his machine. Okay. If anybody has, because won't, so if anybody download VirtualBox and Ubuntu and share me screen, then I can do. Okay. So that's not a big deal. Okay. So I will be creating another Ubuntu virtual machine here in my VirtualBox. Okay. So once you get a VirtualBox interface, right? This is my VirtualBox interface. Okay. You will get the same interface. Okay. Once you have, and you have to create a new machine, right? So when you click on here, new machine. Okay. Okay. So whatever ISO is downloading, okay, once it is completing, okay, because this ISO takes 30-minute time to install, okay, because it is preparing a complete Ubuntu OS, right? It's like a Windows machine or Ubuntu machine. So you are setting up a new Ubuntu machine. Okay. So here I have to give my Ubuntu machine name. So I given here Ubuntu VM. So I can give a different one, Ubuntu VM1. And I have to tell my ISO image name. So this is like it will automatically take the default folder VirtualBox VM. So ISO image you have to select where you kept it. Okay. So suppose once my ISO image downloaded, I will keep it in my software folder and there I'm using my Ubuntu ISO. Okay. So once you select your Ubuntu ISO and you have to select type Linux and version Linux Ubuntu 64-bit and then you can go next. Okay. When you go to next, you have to select the memory. So my machine is having the 65 GB RAM. So I can use like up to 55 GB or 50 GB I can give easily. Okay. And depending on the number of CPU score, right, it will show how many CPU score in your machine. Right? So you can allocate 3-4 CPUs you can allocate for faster processing. So once this is selected, then you have to opt this disk size. This is very important because in first time, if you give enough disk size, that is better, because later on, if you try to change the disk, right, so that will be a big problem, right? So minimum you keep it 125, 150 GB or 100 GB, you keep it, because most of the times when you are going to do installation, right, so it will take a lot of disk size it will occupy, right? So I'm saying like at least 75 to 100 you keep it minimum, right? Disk size, so that you don't need to increase later, right? Okay, so here you can choose the disk size, and once you finish it, then you have to start your Ubuntu VM machine. You can start. So then it will be doing the complete setup of your Ubuntu in your local machine, okay, in your virtual box. Okay, so how to do installation? So I will be. Okay. So I have already written the steps here. So if you want to, because you have to, because you will not be able to run any command in the new setup, right? So you have to add your user as a sudo. Okay. So you have to log in as a root, and then you have to add this your user after the root. The root will be already there, but you have to add your own user, and then you can start the any command you can run. Okay. And one more thing is, like, suppose I want to share my data right from the Windows machine to Ubuntu. You cannot copy paste directly. So you have to create a one shared folder. Okay? So this thing we can do. I want to install the Chrome, right? Chrome doesn't come by default in the Ubuntu virtual box. So you have to use this Debian package you can download and you can install the Chrome. These are the small things. These are the small things we have to do. Okay. And when we are installing the Hadoop, right? So these are the steps we have to follow. Okay. So I follow this link. This link is Hadoop installation. So first we need a JDK. Okay. So first we have to sudo apt update, and we need a JDK. And once our Java version verified, so we don't need to go for this creating a Hadoop user. Okay. But before that, we have to do OpenSSH server and client. Okay. Because this is for passwordless authentication. Okay. And we don't need to create a Hadoop user. Okay. So directly we do for passwordless, we use the SSH key done, right? So we do this step. Okay. Let's do this one install first. Download. Once the setup is ready, right, VirtualBox Ubuntu, so installation is not taking up much time, right? Hadoop will take 10 minutes, Hive will take 10 minutes, like if you are following the correct steps, like as per the document, so we can install it. Okay. So we can just do the configuration things and then we can start the Hadoop, right? So we can start the services, then we can install. Okay. Okay. So what I need to do, this is my ISO. Okay. already one rise. Better to keep it in some dry location rather than keeping it in the download folder, because download folder by mistake, if you delete it, your all data, everything will be gone. Keep it in the some location in the C drive. Okay, so here our steps will be, first the setup thing is mainly we have to work with the Hadoop component at least 1 week, right? So Hadoop, Hive, MySQL, Scoop, right? HBase, Flume. So these are the installations first we need to do. Okay, Spark is easy also. Spark is just download the zip and we can set the Spark home path. So we can work with the Spark. And when we are going to start the Mongo Cassandra integration with the Spark, before that we will install Mongo Cassandra on the Ubuntu. So these all setups, everything will be doing in the Ubuntu. So your environment will be ready, right? You can do any practice which is related to Spark and Hadoop, you can do. And when you have to practice on the cloud, then you will be using the cloud instances, right? So then we will be moving to the cloud. Now this is copied. Okay. So I'm going to start my new virtual machine. So I'm giving a name Ubuntu VM, and because this folder is already created, I'm giving a different name, and I'm selecting the location where my ISO image is there. My ISO image is there in the software one. I'm just giving my ISO image. Okay. And this is selected. I do. And this is asking about the user password. If you don't change it, it will take it. Your by default name is this user is taking, and password it will take it this. So better to change your user password. Okay. I'm keeping it easy one, right? I don't want to keep it very complex one, because Hadoop you have to log in again and again, right? So that you should be log in again and again to keep it very small password. And this you can check it. Here. Okay. So I have to close my another Ubuntu, right? Because if I'm giving 51 GB, this giving I'm stopping at my first game. So my this VM now it is in the installation mode. Yeah. So this will take time because it is complete Ubuntu setup is doing. Okay. You can see here. So what installation, because it will ask some configuration things, it will ask in the middle in the installation. So you have to just set those configuration things. Like time zone, it will ask about some other, even the user part. It is doing complete installation process. Okay, let it complete 10 minutes. Okay. And we connect in the 10 minutes. So 10-15 minutes will complete. Okay. Hello. Hello.
हाँ
Yes.
Put it on. I'm
Oh,
No, that's Kelly Credit. These are
çıkma bakalım. Nasıl kiretle su etme.
Hello. Yeah, are you guys able to hear me? Okay, so installation is done. Okay, so now you can see you can see here my username is showing. Okay, so I'm entering in my virtual box Ubuntu. So the first time I'm opening my virtual box Ubuntu. So it may take time because it is setting up user settings. Okay, so you will get this screen, desktop screen, you will get it. Okay, so first thing is we need a VM. Okay, first I remove these icons because these are not my user ID. Okay, so I need a terminal. Okay, so I will search a terminal here and right click and add to favorite. So the terminal will come in the left side panel. You will see here the terminal. So I need to open the terminal. Okay, so when I'm trying the first command, sudo apt get update. Okay, so you will see this problem. Okay, so I told you, right, I have to add my user into sudo file, right? I have to add. Okay, so first I will be doing to the root login. So sudo VM, right? So I have to vi sudo. So vi sudo I have to do go down here. I have to add my user. You have to add your user. Okay, and you have to add edit is whatever is the root. But please check this one because otherwise you can't run any command, okay, without this. Okay, then Control X, Shift Y, Enter. Okay, to save the file, and I will exit. Okay, now I will try sudo apt get. So I will be updating my packages, right? Okay, so first time when you are doing, you will do this sudo apt get update command. Okay. So once this is done, now we will be checking here. It's a Firefox browser is there. Actually, I want Chrome. Okay, so you can see in my document here. Okay, so this till here we have done. Okay, and next is okay how to share it. I will show this one also. And if I want to enable my copy paste, okay, so go to the settings and here in the advanced section, make it enable bidirectional. Okay. Let's check this one. Is it working or not? So see, I go to my VM. Let's paste this. It is working. Okay. So now copy paste is working. It is bidirectional. Even if you copy something from here, copy something here, and you copy paste here, it is working, right? So this bidirectional copy paste is working. If you want to create a share folder from your Windows to Ubuntu, okay, so how to do that? So here, so first of all here, if I want to share my between the VirtualBox and Ubuntu, create a one share folder, and actually I have to mount that share folder. So actually there is a command. So I have to create a one soft link for that. Okay, I'll check it this command. Okay, and if I want to install my Chrome, so I will copy this. Then I will be running this command. Will install my Chrome. Permission removed. Chrome. I'm installing the install Hadoop on Ubuntu. I have to open. First thing is I have to install JDK. Okay, so sudo apt update I done. Okay, one more time I do. And I'm going to install in my own user. Okay, so we don't need to create any user. Okay, so in this website step, they are saying to create a user, Hadoop user, but we don't need to create a Hadoop user, because if we create Hadoop user and there we use and there we install this Hadoop in the Hadoop user, so everything you have to install in this Hadoop user, right? So better to install in your own user. Okay, and next thing is I have to install Java. Okay, so this is open JDK Java. Okay, -y is running in the background. So once the JDK installed, I can check the Java version. These are the same steps in my document. Okay, if I see here, these are the same steps in my document also, but these are the direct commands are there. Okay. So this steps, if you are following, in 10 minutes, you will see the Hadoop is running in your virtual process. Verify the Java version. The Java version is 1.8. Now I'm copying this OpenSSL server and client. So this step we don't need to do. I'm clearly saying if you try this step, then your installation will be problem. Okay? So don't try this create Hadoop user. skip this one and come to this SSH password region. Okay. Enter, one more time enter. And after that, we have to copy the public key into authorized key. Okay. And after that, we have to give the permission. 600 chmod 600 permission we are giving to our authorized key. And after that, now we have to download the Hadoop installation zip. So we have to go to the Hadoop website. So this is the latest version 3.3.6. You have to click on binaries. Okay, and we have to go this binary. So wget command also we can download, or we can download in the, if you click it, then we can download in the download folder. So here in my download folder, let's see. Now it is started download. Okay. So once this download is done, I have to extract this zip and set the Hadoop home and Hadoop bin path. And before that, I have to create a one software folder in my home directory. So all the installation I will do in my softwares. So I will keep it here in the software. I will be in this software folder. I will be downloading and installing it. Okay. This download is complete. I will extract this one. This is complete. I will copy this. I will cut it, paste in my software. Next step is, so I have done this part. Okay. So instead of wget command, I manually download it and I have untar. Okay, with the tar command. Next thing is I have to set the Hadoop environment path. So I will copy this entire Hadoop home and open my bash RC. So I will open nano ESHRC bash RC file, and I will go at the bottom here. I will paste this path, but what I need to change in this one, I have to change here. Here one equal sign is missing, and here is my own user directory, right? My username and softwares. And what is the version of the Hadoop is 3.3.6. 3.3.6. So just make sure, right, what version you are doing, the same version folder should be there. Otherwise, your Hadoop will not start. Okay, so after this, Control X, Shift Y, enter, and we have to use source command, BASHRC. So it will apply my changes. So till here it's done. And now next is a Hadoop env.sh. I have to copy the JDK home Java home path. So I will go to my Hadoop folder, and here is the etc and Hadoop. So here is all configuration file is here. The first is Hadoop env.sh. I open in the notepad and I'm just copying anywhere. Here is the one Java home is there. I will paste it. Okay, export Java home. I will save it. Okay. So this path is same whenever you install Java JDK in your Ubuntu. So it will be installing the same. And then we can close it. Next change is after this, we have to core site.xml. We'll copy this and open here core site.xml. Core site.xml is file. And in the notepad, I will open and add this configuration. And here, one thing you have to change because this is Hadoop user they are using, but my user is my own user. So I just change here my username. That's it. So I will save it. Next file is a SDFS site.xml. So SDFS site.xml, this is the configuration. I will copy this and open SDFS site.xml. So when I open this SDFS site.xml, I will paste it here and I will change my user. So 2 places I'm going to change and save it. I save it. And next is MapRed. So this one is as it is, you have to copy paste. There is no change. MapRed site.xml. This is a MapReduce related. So MapRed site.xml, this file, you just update the configuration. And last one is SDFS site, yarn site.xml. So yarn site.xml, this one also you have to copy paste as it is. We don't need to do any change in that. Yarn.site.xml. So here you just replace this configuration. Now all the steps are done. Now we will do the name node format command. This command will format our Hadoop file system. So just I run this command, and this command is successfully run. That means your Hadoop is installed. So just verify any error is there or not. No error. Now I can start my Hadoop cluster. So how to start the Hadoop cluster? Start -all.sh. There is a one single command to start name node and data node service and the resource manager service, or you have a 2 different command. Either one command you run EFS, that is for the name node data node, and second one is a yarn.sh for the resource manager and node manager. So either you can run 2 commands or separate 2 commands or one single command. So one single command is a start all.sh. If you run this command, so you will see here 5 services will be started. The first service will be name node, data node, secondary name node, resource manager, and node manager. Okay. Now I will verify it by using the JPS command. So JPS command is a Java processing service. It will be telling how many Java services are running, how many Hadoop services are running. So JPS command, if you are able to see all five you are able to see, right? Node manager, data node, name node, secondary name node, and resource manager. So it means your Hadoop is working. Now Hadoop is a virtual file system. You cannot go inside the Hadoop file system, but you can see the command Hadoop FS. So whenever you want to run Hadoop FS, it will be showing you all Hadoop commands. So these are the commands you can use, and you know the Linux, right? So you can use all these Hadoop commands, and Hadoop file system you can work. Suppose I have to copy some file from local file system. This is my local file system. So here I created a one local file, test.txt. Okay. And this file, I'm writing some content. Okay. Control D. So if you see, this file is created in my local file system, test.txt. Right. If I see my Hadoop file system, if I do Hadoop fs -ls and slash is the root directory in the Hadoop file system. Right now, this is my new directory. This is my new file system. There is nothing is there. So that is the reason I'm not able to see anything. If I want to create any directory in my Hadoop file system, mkdir / I say test1. This is my directory in Hadoop file system. When I do mkdir test1, Now, if I do Hadoop fs minus ls slash, so I will see the test1 is created, right? So test1 directory is created, and you can see the symbol D that represent, right? This is your directory, right? You already know in the Linux, right? So the first symbol is hyphen or D, right? That represent either it is file or directory. Now my directory is created, but still in this directory, if I see ls, if I say test1, I will see nothing, right? Because I just created empty directory. Now I want to copy this file to my Hadoop file system. So how to copy in my Hadoop file system? Hadoop fs minus code, and I will write test.txt, my local file system path, and Hadoop file system path. So Hadoop file system path, you have to give the complete path. Okay. Suppose I want to write in the test1 directory this file, I will write /test1. So when I want to see the content of this file in this Hadoop file system, so I have to use a cat command, and I will say test1 slash test1 slash test.txt. So when I do this, I will see the content, same content will be there in the Hadoop file system. So it means this file is copied over there. If I want to see the list of files in the test1 directory, how many files is there in the test1 directory? So I will see one file is there, test.txt, and it is a file, is a type is a file. You can see hyphen, right? So same command, so Hadoop fs command I can run, and I can check how many commands are there in Hadoop file system. I can run all these commands, right? So mkdir is the one command, put is another command, right? So here is the put command is there, mkdir command is there, rm command is there, remove directory, remove file, okay, and head command is there, get command is there, find command is there, dua command is there, right? So there are various commands are there. So these commands you use in your Linux file system. So same command we can use in Hadoop file system, but we have to use Hadoop fs prefix, okay, and then you have to use -ls for Linux. Any Linux command we have to use hyphen, okay. After that, I have to use my file system path, right? So my file system path is a test1, so I can see the Hadoop file system. So suppose I want to create multiple directories in the test1 directory. How to create? Hadoop fs minus mkdir minus p, and then I can give test1 slash test2 slash test3 slash test4. How many directories will be created in a one single go? 3 directories, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so when I'm doing this, it will create a one directory. Now, if I want to verify whether these directories are created or not, so just I verify Hadoop fs minus ls slash test1, I verify. So test2 directory should be there. It is there. If I verify inside the test2, I will see test3 will be there. And inside the test3, I want to verify. So it's one single command. I can create a multiple empty directories, right? Test4 is there. So this way we'll do practice, okay, how to use this Hadoop file system command. So there are around 30-40 commands are there. So we need to do practice. So next is we are going to install Hive. Okay. So how to install Hive? Okay, this is a second component, right? Hive, because Hadoop is providing HDFS and MapReduce. So MapReduce is also supported, right, when we install Hadoop. Okay, so two core component is there in Hadoop, HDFS and MapReduce. Okay, but everything in Hadoop is separate ecosystem component. So we have to install everything separately because we cannot install with only Hadoop everything, right? Scoop we have to install separately, Flume we have to install separately, HBase we have to install separately. So first we have to go to Hive, which version of Hive I want to install. So I will be downloading the Hive. So I'm going to use Hive 3.1.3. Okay. So here the bin tar file, I will download the bin tar file, the first one. So I will download this bintar. And I will be doing the same process. I will extract this zip and I will copy this Hive zip, Hive installation folder. I will copy into the software folder and I will set the Hive home and Hive bin path. The same steps are here. Okay, so this all steps I'm going in a one single, right? This download and setting this. So till here I'm going to complete. Okay, so this will be complete. And the next component we have to install after Hive is Scoop. Okay, so Scoop also we can do Scoop installation directly. So Scoop download. So just we have to go to Scoop 1.4.7. So this one also we need to download. So we have to go to the bintar. So this is like two installation we are doing parallelly. So one is a Hive we are downloading the Scoop, and other one like HBase also we have to download, Flume we have to download. So these are all tools, components we need to download first. Okay. So installation is pretty easy for the Scoop. Just the Scoop download and set the Scoop home and bin path. Okay. I check in my download folder. Okay, it is going to complete. Okay, you can check here. Both are downloaded. So we will extract it. This is and this is Hive. Okay, both are completed. So Scoop we will rename it to Scoop 1.4.7. So it's a big folder name. We'll check. We will set it this, and same thing Hive I will do. So it will be shorter. Bin I will remove. I should just know, right, what is the version of Hive I'm using. So these two folders, I will cut it and I will go to my home software and here I will paste. Okay. So first we are going to start the Hive. Okay. So Hive, I have to set my Hive home path. Okay. So we have to copy this one. To cache RC, I have to open. So here I have to open menu DSHRC. I go to the bottom. I already last time added Hadoop. So I'm adding Hive. Same I will do for the Scoop also. Insert. So I will change it here first. Hive is slash home. So here is a mistake. So just remember it. Because here is a slash is not there. Double quote you can keep it or not keep it. It is not problem. And change here my username, name, softwares. So you change according to your user. And what is the Hive version I'm doing? 3.1.3. And there is no bin. So I'm removing it to bin. Okay. And the Scoop I will do here. First of all, This is a scoop home, and the same thing I will do here, slash home, slash my username, software, and here the Apache, what is the folder name? The scoop one is 1.4.7. Okay. I will change scoop -1 1.4.7. And here I have to change the scoop home because this is not Hive home. This is scoop. And everything is good. So I could just verify like my home path should be correct and the bin path also should be correct. Okay. Control X, Shift Y, enter, and then run the source command to apply the changes. And once this done, so this part we have done, right? So next is in the Hive env.sh, I have to add this Hadoop home path. Okay, so whatever my Hadoop home path is there, I will add it there. So this Hadoop home path, I can take it from the -rc Hadoop home path. Export command of Hadoop, I will copy it. Okay, and I will go to Hive, and here is a all the configuration files here. So Hive env.sh, this is the file. Okay, because they are saying Hive config.sh, so this file name is the Hive env.sh. So I have to rename it first because I don't need to use any template. This is a Hive env.sh, and I have to edit it and add the Hadoop home path. So anywhere you can add Hadoop home, like here is the one export. Export Hadoop home and control, and you have save it. Okay, so this part is done. Next is we have to create a 2 temporary directory. Okay, one temporary directory, right, TMP, and one directory, warehouse directory. So Hive uses internal directory for the metastore database, right, warehouse directory. So in Hive, when we are creating a tables, it is stored in the warehouse directory. We have to create these 2 temp directories. So my Hadoop file system is already running, right, my Hadoop command. So I can run the Hadoop command directly. So this is the first temp directory. And I have to give the permission to the temp directory. Next is I'm going to create a warehouse directory. Next is I'm going to give the permission to the warehouse directory. Okay. So if your Hadoop is not running, you can't install Hive. Okay. So for Hive, Hadoop is mandatory. So now next is I have to change the Hive default.xml template to the Hive site.xml. So Hive site.xml, you can see here Hive default.xml file. So you rename this file, remove the template, Hive, and make it Hive site.xml. So Hive site.xml. So Hive site.xml is the XML file for keeping it all configuration of the Hive. So in this file, so this file you rename it, and then we have to run this metastore command, right? So just copy this command and run here on the terminal. So Hive home already I set it, and then I run this one. So I'm getting this error. This error is saying in Hive site.xml line number 3215, I'm having some illegal character. So that character I have to remove. Okay, so I will open the Hive site.xml and I will go to the line number 3215. So all instructions are given in the error. Just you have to follow that 3215. 3215. This one, though this is a illegal character. Just remove this illegal character and save the file. And again, you run the same command for the schema tool command to initialize your matter store database. Okay. So now this time it will be successful, right? So once it's successful, yeah, now you will start the Hive. When you click on the Hive, when you type it Hive, so one more error you will get it. So that error, you will definitely get it because that is a predefined error, and you have to find in your Hive site.xml this Java IO temp.dir, and then you have to remove those lines. Okay, so you have to search this one. So these are the 5 places. Okay, so just remove the properties. So here in the description it is there. It is not that much useful, right? Because it's part of description, but we are going to remove everywhere where is the Java IO temp.dir is there. So always removing the property starting and ending where this Java IO temp.dir is coming. This is the first one. Again, I will find the second one. This is the second one. So this is a part of value. So this is the important one. You have to remove. This is second one I removed. Now I go to next one. These are the 2 more occurrence. I'm removing these all properties. Okay. And the last one you have to remove. So this last one also property tag. I removed it. And when you save it, now your Hive is ready. So you can start Hive. So you will see the Hive terminal, Hive shell, and this Hive shell is a command line interactive shell. So you have a Python shell, you have seen Scala shell, right? So these are the interactive shell. You write command, you will get the response. When you say show databases, right? So this is all SQL command I'm running. So there is default database that is given by the Hive. Okay. But if I want to create my own database, so create database, and I say test. So I will create database. So test is created. Now I do show databases. So I will see the test. I will use the database test. And then I want to create a table, create table, my table. And I can create ID is an integer type and name is a string type. Okay, so this will create a table. So in Hive, generally we don't create for single row data, right? We load the data in the bulk, right? So we will use the internal table and external table. So by default, this is the internal table because I have not used external keyword. So if I do show create table command and I say my table, I will see this table is the internal table. And this table by default will go to the warehouse directory. Can you see the location of this? So the data is stored in the Hadoop file system in the warehouse directory for this internal table. So test.db is a database. So in which database you are going to create, that database folder name is test.db. And inside the test.db, one more table folder is created. So whatever your table is there, it will be created. But this table don't have the data, right? So this table don't have the data because it's just empty table, like select star from my table. But we can load the data. So there is a load command is there. So I will tell those things in the Hive session. So this is the Hive installation. Next thing is like a scoop, right? So we have set the scoop path. So when I check scoop -version, so I can see my scoop is coming, scoop 1.4.7. So my Hadoop is installed, my Hive is installed, my scoop is installed. And if I want to install Flume and HBase, so I can install the Flume and HBase also. And Spark also I can install. So Spark download. So I will go to the Spark. So I will go to the download Spark. So I will have to choose the Spark version, which is Spark version I want to install in my Ubuntu. So okay, I go for 3.3.3 version. And so if you are using Spark with the Scala version 2.13, so your integrations may have problem. Okay, so better to take Spark with 2.12 version. Okay, so check this one, like Hadoop 2.7 based Spark. Okay, and it will give you the one tar file. Just download this tar file. The Spark is using the Scala version is 2.13. Spark version, Spark 2, Spark 2.4, 2. Spark 3, Spark 3 with Spark 3. So simply I have to download this Spark and then I have to keep it in the software folder and set the Spark home path. Once I set the Spark home, I can start the Spark shell. Okay. So Spark can be supported for the PySpark, Scala, or Java, but interactive shell is only for Scala and Python. So we can work with the interactive shell with Python or Scala. Okay, so once this Spark is downloaded, download folder, here I will rename it Spark 3.3.0, 3.0. This is the tar file actually. First I extract this. Once this is done, I will rename it. Okay. Now copy to my software and I have to set my Spark home path. So I will open plan dash also. Same thing you have to do with the Flume. Same thing you have to do for HBase. So all the components you have to install like that. I will be pasting. Okay, so here I will change to Spark. I want to check my Spark is running or not. So I will see first Scala one. I will type Spark shell. So sometimes you can use a new terminal. Okay, I think I have not done the source command. So this time it's running, and I will get the Scala prompt. So that I can write a Spark Scala code. This is using the Scala 2.12 that I want, and using the Java 1.8 support, and this is the Spark 3.000. So this is my Scala. Okay, it is supporting the Scala. And I will write any code of the Scala. Well, x equal to 10. Print my Scala code is working. Okay. If I want to start PySpark, so PySpark is basically depend on the Python. So for PySpark, okay, Scala is it's a it's a available default, right? Because Spark is itself from the Scala only. So that is the reason Scala comes by default with the Spark. But when you want to use PySpark, so Python is not coming. So it is saying Python is not installed. So we have to download the Python. We have to install Python. So Python download. So we can download for the Ubuntu Python. So every tool is dependent. So 3.10 version we can go. Okay, so we have to check that Ubuntu. We will go with this way through the command line way. Copy this link, right? So you can follow the same link to install. So Okay, so this command is done. Sudo command. 3.3, 3.10 is started. If you want to check Python 3, so you will get the Python terminal. Right? So here we can write a Python code, right? You can write an okay, so if you want to start the PySpark, now we'll start the PySpark. Asking if it's okay. Python. Okay, we have to create a software. Okay, I'll check it your error. So I have to create a soft link. This Python 3, actually I installed the Python 3, so it is searching Python. So I'm just creating a soft link. For the Python 3, I'm creating a Python. The same USR, you have to create a new Python. So yes. So if you get the same issue, you can create a soft link. Once you install Python, you just create a soft link of now the PySpark is here because I write some functions. And now I want to call this function. But I have to do some print statement. This is Python code, but I can run Python and PySpark code both. So if I check here the Spark session, so I'm getting a Spark session. I can read the file, I can processing the file, the Spark. Okay. So okay, so we have done how many installations we have done so far? So we have done Hadoop, Hive, MySQL installation we have to do because we have to use scoop. So MySQL installation, we can use installation Ubuntu. We can follow this distribution one, this link for MySQL function. The Sudo apt update. Then next is the sudo install MySQL server. Then I have to start the MySQL service. Right. So this is for MySQL. Next is you have to start a MySQL service. I have to sudo MySQL because you have to grant the permission. So sudo MySQL command. You are setting your password is the password. Okay. And then you have to exit. Then we have to test MySQL minus u is a root and minus e is the password which I set it. So I'm logging. So here I can do the same thing, like I can create database, test, and use database, test, and create my table, which is this name. Table values, 1 comma, and so it's from my table. So this data we can import with the scoop, okay, in Hadoop file system. So that we will do with the scoop import command. So we'll see that in the scoop. So MySQL is installed. So what are the tools are installed? Hadoop is installed. Python is installed. Python 3. Scoop is installed. MySQL is installed. Hive is installed. And installed. So these are the tools are installed in the Hadoop ecosystem. So mostly like we have left with HBase and Flume. It's very simple. Just we download the Flume download. Simply in the Flume installation directory, like just Flume tar file, bin tar, and this is the bin tar. This one, this is the bin tar. Download this bin tar file, and for HBase, so HBase also we have to download HBase 2.5. 2.5. HBase chip also. Is we can go for download HBase. The latest is 2.5.6 we can go, okay, because we have after that 3.0. So this one is a bin file is there, bin tar file. We can click here and bin tar file. So this one also we download. So HBase home and Flume home, we have to set it. But in case of HBase, we have to set some configuration properties. But Flume is very simple. Just if you have downloaded Flume, just extract it and set the home path. So extract here. It's very simple. So just here rename. Here we will remove the bin and here I will copy and I will set the home path. I will come out from the MySQL. Nano bash RC. I will set it HBase and Flume both home path. I will be user bin. Okay, so we have to Flume and HBase. We copy paste 2 times. Flume in home. Here I will do in 1.11.0 and here is the HBase installation. HBase and HBase version is 5.6. Yes. HBase we have to copy in the OPT directory. For control X, shift right, enter. So it's from and I will check the Flume NG command. Flume NG command. Yeah. So Flume NG, right? So we are getting the parameters, so we can do the Flume NG command is taking the parameter. That is working. For HBase, this one has all the one. Hive scope installation, so it's very simple. Flume NG command to test. HBase installation. So whatever zip we downloaded, we have to copy to the user local HBase directory. So this one we have to copy. So our HBase is download. I copied the HBase here. So I have to copy my HBase to the version file directory 2.5.6. 2.5.6 I will copy to the user local HBase directory. Okay. After this directory copy, I have to set this path I will change here 2.5.6. This path I will copy. So I'm not keeping it in the software one, because I'm keeping it in the user local directory. Control X shift files. I have to add these two property in the HBase site.xml. So I have to go to the local HBase. So US local HBase. All the directory, everything should be in the HBase should have the bin directory. I will go to the conf folder, and here I have to add those properties in the HBase site.xml. HBase site.xml is already here. I will add is I'm adding okay, Hadoop HBase and this. Save this. Next is I have to create a two Hadoop directories. One like slash Hadoop. If this is a Hadoop directory I'm creating. Locally, not Hadoop, locally, but this directory. And next is I have to go to the my root and log in into the and I have to start the HBase. So I go to the root. Then my HBase is there. HBase.sh. I have to set Java home path also. Actually, I forgot one step. So here somewhere I have to set Java home also. Saying Java is not set. So I have to take it my Java path. Hadoop installation, we can get the Java. Or even like we can do with Java. This site. Okay, so here we find for VI Express ENV. Here Java home. So it is a commented one, so here I will paste it. Now you start HBase and exit, and now you can start HBase shell. Now what are you doing? Directly in the HBase. HBase is using the Jupyter. If I do list command, so right now no table is there. Okay, if I do there is a default namespace is there, one way. Okay, so this is the way like we can do installation of the HBase. So this all we have done so far, Flume and HBase. Okay. Okay, so check with this and I'll share this one. So what are the tools you can store and download? Okay, so these are the links you can follow. Okay, I'll upload with the recording and share the Google Classroom link, and then you can see the video. Okay. Anyone has any question?
Sir, tomorrow class timings?
For the other consultancy person, okay, I will inform in the group. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sir.
I still have the errors that you said you will look at.
Sorry, what Rishi?
Yeah, I posted something on the chat. You said you will look at it.
Yeah, your education problem,
Okay.
right?
On the Hive, the contains part contains class it says class part contains multiple bindings, something like that. To start the
Okay,
Hive
can you okay share me screen? I'll see them.
Okay. Let me share screen. Where do you share screen there? Oh,
Yeah, I'm making a present.
how do I share screen? Okay. Where do I share the screen? I didn't see the prompt. Share screen. Okay. Share.
What is the error? So Hive service, why you are writing Hive service? I don't understand, right? Okay, first of all, your Hadoop is started.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Can you show me the JPS command? Hadoop is running.
Hang on. Let me. Okay. This
Just press enter, you will come to the bottom. Just close this one. What is this pop-up is coming?
It's too slow. Yeah. Okay. Why is it not?
And
Let's start another window. Let's start another window.
yeah, JPS.
GPS. Okay.
Yeah, so your all Hadoop services run. Yeah, where is Hadoop? Tell me, where is the Hadoop? Start icon.sh you do. See, if Hadoop is not there, connection refuse problem is there.
Yes, that's all.
Because that is the reason Hive is not connecting, because Hive needs Hadoop, right?
Yeah.
And it's clearly saying connection refused, right? Connection refused means it's trying to connect Hadoop file system, but it is not getting any response.
Yes, indeed. I did not start there. Oh, yeah. The Hadoop I didn't start. Yeah.
If you go to the first tab, you will see the error, right? The connection refused.
Yeah. On this one, yeah. Windows.
Okay,
Connection.
so down. ORG Apache Hadoop connection refused. So it means it's saying like Hadoop connection is refused, right?
Yeah.
To connect. Okay, now you start. Okay, once let it complete. Then you start.
I was. Oh, yeah. Come on. Too slow.
So your Hive and Hadoop already installed, right? Hive and Hadoop.
Yes, now everything is installed.
Only problem you were saying like it was not
Yeah, it wasn't starting.
starting.
Flume is installed, yes. Hive is installed, yeah, everything is installed. Okay. Sorry, what did you have to experience
And
anything?
just remove, close it. I
Was
think hard for problems. Now you type Hive.
she started things beautiful, yeah. She started.
If it is the problem only, so your Hive will start.
It will, yeah, it will start. Oh, it contains multiple. Come on, why again?
Yeah, this is not a problem, right? These are the last 4 data.
Okay. Initialize using configuration. Blah, blah.
You should be able to see your Hive shell.
Command, yeah. Hive shell, yeah.
If you are able to see Hive shell and you are able to run the create database command and create table, then you are good to go.
So what is something must have happened. It wasn't used to doing this stuff.
Yeah, actually, these are the warning, not a problem. These are can be ignored.
I think they have Hive shell is
Can you do show databases if you have already created database?
I don't think so. It's nothing there.
Semicolon.
Oh,
Command should be and by semi. Okay, so already some test database is already there.
It's the,
So I think, can you do use test and show tables? Tables.
forget
Yeah, so I think it's working, right? If you are
yeah,
able,
it's there, it's there. I see-
okay, I think
I
that's
see-
the problem was
I see
only.
Thank you. I see it.
Okay, bye.
Bye.